Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're really digging into something fascinating. It's a case study that honestly kind of challenges how we often think about online communities. We're looking at how these digital connections, the ones made online, can actually turn into something tangible, real-world impact. We've got some sources here detailing this specific act of solidarity, and it really makes you pause and think.
Yeah, and what's really striking, I think, is that these online networks aren't just like pretending to be communities, they're actively building them in the real world.
Right.
It goes way beyond just clicking like or commenting. It's showing maybe a new way forward for decentralized humanitarian work, proving that this digital stuff can fuel actual, tangible social good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And our focus for this deep dive is the Pi Network, that global decentralized community project, famous for its mobile-first approach to digital currency and its whole ecosystem. Specifically, we're zoning in on a solidarity event recently put together by their Côte d'Ivoire office.
Yeah.
So our mission here is to unpack what exactly happened, understand why it matters, and see how a digital network can, well, really make a difference on the ground. The materials we have lay out the details, the event, its goals, the people involved. It's all quite interesting. So let's get into the specifics. What actually went down? Well, this event, this act of solidarity, it happened on Saturday, June 28th, 2025.
Okay.
And the timing wasn't random. It was set to line up with World Pi2DAY, 628, reflecting the start of Pi 3.14 times 2, and also Pi Social Day, which is all about community spirit and solidarity for them.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
The sources describe it as a, quote, meaningful act of solidarity. And it took place at the Saint Yvette Medical Center in Abobo, Côte d'Ivoire.
And the who behind this is really key, isn't it? It wasn't just like an official directive from the top.
No, exactly.
It was a joint thing. The Pi Network Côte d'Ivoire office, yes, but also, crucially, a whole group of their community members. They call them pioneers. And these pioneers actually contributed.
Grassroots involvement.
Totally. The organizers specifically thanked all the pioneers who answered the call and everyone who contributed. It really highlights this shift, online communities using their structure, their decentralized nature to make real things happen locally. Collective action.
And that collective action led to some very specific, very impactful help.
Okay.
Because they got involved, the community managed to provide birth kits to new mothers.
Wow. Okay.
And also food kits to hospitalized patients.
Mm-hmm.
The source calls it a symbolic gesture, but one filled with love to brighten the daily lives of those in need.
What does that choice birth kits, food kits tell us about their focus?
Well, it says a lot, I think. It wasn't just, writing a check. It was targeted, really compassionate.
It shows they really understood the immediate basic needs in that specific place, moving beyond just talking online to like direct life-affirming help. And that fits perfectly with the whole idea of Pi Social Day, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which the source says encourages every pioneer to spread the spirit of solidarity in their own locality. And there's a progression here, too. The sources mentioned they did things in Marcory in 2023, 2024, and now this in Abobo in 2025.
Right, so it's growing.
Yeah, it looks like a deliberate strategy. The Pi Network isn't just staying digital, it's trying to become a real positive force within local areas.
Which brings us to the kind of the main message here. It's summed up pretty clearly. Together, let's spread joy. Together, let's build a better world with Pi Network. This event really seems to embody that, doesn't it?
It really does.
And just for context on who was leading this charge, the initiative was spearheaded by Chief Abiola Ayanda. He's listed as the Director of Promotion for the GCV Global Core Team, Head of GCV Ambassadors for West Africa, and the Chief Ambassador for GCV Pi Network Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay, so clear leadership driving this community effort.
Exactly. It shows there's structure behind fostering this impact. So wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for you, the listener? This deep dive really shows, I think, how an online community, a digital network, can mobilize for direct, compassionate action. Right there in the real world, giving out essential things like birth kits, food kits, that directly touches lives. It makes a profound, tangible difference. It proves online solidarity can absolutely lead to offline change.
And maybe that leaves us with a question for you to mull over. As these digital communities keep growing, keep decentralizing, how might their impact evolve? How can they move even further beyond just online interaction to consistently create these tangible acts of local help, community building? And, what does that mean for the future of community-driven initiatives, really, anywhere in the world?
That's a great